folks? Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. And well, it is finally here, July 20th. I've been talking about July 20th and most specifically the National Association of Realtors existing home sales for several weeks. I believe it is this report that will be the catalyst for a couple of things. First and foremost, the article just came out, or the metrics just came out at 7 a.m. I've only been able to read one article on them. I will read more and have more to say tomorrow. But I will say that the numbers came out exactly what I expected. You can go back and watch my videos from 2 and 3 days ago. You got to give it to me. I nailed the numbers. I just did. You can go back several days and see. So let's talk about what happened. Again, we will have more to say on this probably later today, possibly tomorrow. But why was this report so important? Let's just give you the story behind the story. So first and foremost, in 2021, we did roughly 6.1 million existing home sales. That's what we did for the year. And you know by now that I am calling a housing crash in transactions for 2022. I am not and still not calling for a price crash or even a price correction. Shoot, I am not even calling the median home price for the United States to be negative this year. I am very different than other channels. I have an economics degree background in studying this for 30 years. Here is what happened, and here is what people expected. First and foremost, what did the experts expect for June? So for June 2022, the forecast was 5.4 million units. You can go back to the videos from 2 or 3 short days ago, and in that video, I laughed. In fact, I think it was Sunday morning where I said, what the hell are these people thinking? We have 3 housing metrics coming out. We had, what was it? So yesterday was housing starts. Monday was National Association Home Builders Survey. Everybody was estimating good news. And if you heard me on Sunday, I said, these guys are drunk. They're crazy. None of these numbers are going to come close. And I was right. Second, on Sunday, and probably on Monday as well, I took a shot at estimating what I thought June's actual sales were. You can go back, listen to the videos. This was my guess. I guessed 5.1 million to 5.2 million. That's what I guessed. You can go back and listen. In fact, it was one of the things that I asked for audience participation. Some of you guessed under 5 million. Some of you guessed, a lot more. This is what you and I do, right? We look in a broken crystal ball and we guess. But here is the deal. I am not bad at this. This is what the number came in at. 5.12 million. Nailed it. Again, these are national numbers. Please, please, please understand, I am not making a call on your market, your buy box. None of this matters. It matters to me. I've been looking at it for 30 years. I kind of geek out on this stuff, and we got this right. What else happened? As expected. And again, this is going to lead to negative articles. Look at this. 5.1, we are down, what is that, 15%? Already. Nationally speaking, we are down 15%. What have I told you is coming? I've told you a 30% crash in transactions is coming this year. And ultimately, peak to trough, it could be as bad as 50%. This number, 5.12, could have a 3 on it before it is all said and done sometime next year. What am I also telling you today? The recession started July 1st. If you go back and watch my older videos, I thought we would get through the year without a recession. We'd just be bumping around the bottom. I now believe this crash in transactions, the crash in home building, the crash in all things real estate will be the reason we have a second half recession. So what other numbers come out? Again, remember, it's been out 15 minutes. I've read one article, more to come. So transactions are crashing, not only crashing, but I nailed the number. Second, what happened to inventory? Inventory went up 9.6%. Inventory, active listings, things of that nature. What is another metric that real estates talk about? They talk about months of inventory. Months of inventory is very, very interesting. You have probably heard for years that 6 months is a balanced market. I would argue over the last 10 years, certainly over the last 5, it's more like 5 months is a balanced market. But that's neither here nor there. We have just left a market where for a long time we had less than 1 month. We just left a month in May where we had like 1.4 months. We jumped all the way to 3 months supply. How can that be? Well, months of supply is actually a metric that can be impacted from both ends. And that is what is happening today. We've already talked about inventory up. That certainly impacts inventory or months of supply. But more importantly, demand destruction. We are seeing less transactions, which means you have a lower number and months can skyrocket. Months of supply, days on market, all of these things are going to explode higher, and they are going to be the thesis for many, many, many negative articles. So again, transactions crashing, inventory building. Now, for the dreaded question of prices. Again, this is median home price. It's not a number that you should care about, but it is a number that I am calling. And frankly, a lot of you beat me up for it. A lot of you want a crash. I want to be very clear. I want a crash also. A crash would be amazing. I just don't see it. And I think putting out bogus content that I don't believe in is a mistake long term. If I put out dozens and dozens of crash videos, my followers and subscribers would go up, but eventually you would get tired of the broken clock story. I believe by calling numbers early and being right more than I am wrong, my channel will grow from here. So what happened to price? The median home price. Let's get a good color. I like purple. Let's do this. Let's get this out of the way. Okay, so remember, transactions all the way down to 5.1 million, inventory up 9%. The world is ending. Prices have to crash. Come on, Michael, tell me the good news. Well, okay, here's the median home price. $416,000. That number by itself means absolutely nothing to you because you don't know where we came from. Well, here's the deal. Man, people really don't like this. It is up 13.4%. I'm sorry, folks. As I have said many times, and I truly believe there's an economic paper in my future, an economic white paper, the Fed broke housing. The Fed kept rates too low for too long. We now have truly created unaffordable housing. We have seen 18 million people on the demand side who would qualify that don't. We have seen supply destruction because 80% of loans are below 4%. Nobody has to sell yet. We are going to see transactions crash. They are going to get worse from here. And we are finally getting numbers by cities. Let me read you some cities. Again, transactions are crashing. This is meaningful. This will lead to a recession. This creates opportunity for investors. I am excited. You should be excited. this is what we got. Albuquerque, New Mexico, down 17.8% transactions. Atlanta, down 15.5% transactions. Austin, Texas, down 21.2%. Charlotte, North Carolina, down 13.6%. Colorado, the state of Colorado, down 18% transactions. Denver, Colorado, down 23.6%. Des Moines, Iowa, down only 3.5%, but still down. Georgia, the great state of Georgia, down 12.9%. Houston, Texas, down 9.1%. Jacksonville, down 19.3%. Las Vegas, down 24.1%. Maryland, 23.2%. Memphis, Tennessee. If you're in Memphis, this is the only positive number I have on my list. Memphis, Tennessee, up 7.9%. All markets are different. Learn your buy box, learn your state, learn your city. Minneapolis, down 15.4%. Minnesota, down 13.7%. And then Nashville, down 8.1%. Folks, the housing market is crashing right now. Transactions. It is going to get worse before it gets better. Transactions crashing create opportunity. Now, what happens? Today's July 20th. Today's the day. What we are going to see unwind over the next 2 weeks is negative articles. What we are going to see in the next 2 weeks is immediately buyers leave. These numbers get worse. We are going to see mom and dad go, shoot, honey, we missed it. Let's list our home. So you are going to see demand go away. You're going to see listings pile in. You're going to see months of inventory explode. You're going to see days of market explode. And then in a month or two, we're really going to see what we have. The noise in the real estate market, the noise in active listings is going to be unlike anything I have seen in 22 years. You are going to see articles in YouTube videos about inventory exploding. You're going to see price declines. None of this matters. It is actual transactions that matter. Everybody in the country could list their home at wish pricing and it wouldn't matter. It's the actual transaction. So again, folks, I'm very excited. We call July 20th as the date the world shifts in real estate. We'll see how the articles go from here. I've read one article and a bunch of data on cities. So we've given that to you here. More to come over the next couple of days. But yes, folks, housing transactions are crashing. I called between 5.1 and 5.2. You can go back and look at the videos. We came in at 5.12. And then finally, median home price up 13.9% because the Fed broke housing. We are not transacting the same kind of numbers on the low end. The move-up buyer is frozen in place. The real estate market is flat out broken. It is not acting like anything I've seen in 22 years. The housing market for 22 years, even during the Great Recession, was kind of standard. It followed your life scenario, right? You're single, you get married, you have kids, you get promotions, it was natural. The market is broken today. So that's what I got for you. I need to do the daily financial news. I actually might be a little bit late, but hope not. I hope you have a wonderful day. It is Wednesday. We should talk with Anna Kelly, Adrian Hernandez, and Matt the Mortgage Guy later today. For you, have a wonderful day. Like, subscribe, comment. Bye.